with Crossover Health. In this video, we are talking about now how to strengthen the lower back. So this is going to involve all the accessory muscles that help support and stabilize that joint. Now we're going to teach you how to strengthen those muscles. So now you're not only stabilizing yourself against your body weight, but with additional weight as well. Our first exercise is our bird dog. Now this is an exercise where we're going to start in a quadruped position. That means hands and knees. I'll start with my hands underneath my shoulders and my knees are directly underneath my hips. Anytime I'm in this quadruped position and I want to stabilize my lower back, I'm going to start by reaching my chest away from the floor. I'm not rounding, but just lifting it up in a nice flat line. From there, I'm going to tuck my imaginary tail between my legs, and I'm going to lift my belly button up to the ceiling and pull tight. Now, I have to create and stabilize and keep that pressure and tightness the whole time through this whole exercise. So I'm keeping my belly button squeezed tight. I'm going to pick up my left hand and my right leg, so it's opposites. I'm going to pick both of them up. I'm going to reach them out in opposite directions, making sure my hand reaches out long, my leg reaches out long, and I'm keeping a flat lower back because I'm not arching as I lift. So I'm keeping stable through my lower back, reaching long to get them far away, not up, so long. And then I'll come back in, tap my opposite knee and elbow together, and then reach back out while staying stable through my abs, so my lower back stays in a nice, strong, stable position. I can reach in and out, and then switch sides. To use this exercise to help improve the strength of your supporting lower back muscles, you should do it 3 sets for 10 reps on each side every day. Our next exercise is our bridge exercise. Now I have a yoga block here. It's not necessary, but it can be useful to use a tool like a yoga block, and I'll show you why. So we're going to start on our backs. If you need a pillow for your head, please grab one, or a mat, just because we'll be laying on the ground. So we'll start laying on our backs. I'm going to have a hook lying position. That means my knees are bent, my feet are flat, and my spine is resting flat on the ground. From here, I'm going to pretend that imaginary grape is underneath my back, and I'm going to squish it. This is important because if we're looking to strengthen the muscles that support the lower back, first we have to stabilize it so we don't use those joints to go through the movement. We want the muscles to get stronger to further support that lower back. So I'm going to squish the grape. From here, if I have a yoga block, I can squeeze it between my knees, which can help me create that stability even further, which is why it can be useful, but it's not necessary, especially if you're really good at squishing that grape. From here, my arms are just going to rest out to my sides. I'm going to keep my shoulders relaxed. I'm going to push my weight through both of my heels on either side, and while keeping the tension in my belly, lift both hips up to the ceiling as high as I can while keeping that grape squish tension. And as I do this, I can feel the muscles through my glutes and my hamstrings to the back of my legs, using and working to help lift my body up. And I also feel some ab muscles because I'm really stabilizing that lower back. If I don't keep that tension, my back's going to arch as I lift, and then I feel my lower back working instead of my glutes and my abs. So keep that tension tight, really stabilize, and then you can come back down. To use this exercise to help improve the strength through the muscles that support your back over time, you should do it for 3 sets of 10 reps, each holding for 1 to 2 seconds every day. Our next exercise is our plank exercise. Now this is a full, real plank, no modifications. So you have to make sure that you're really good at stabilizing through the core first before you progress to this version. We're going to start on our elbows, so if you need a pad, a mat, a pillow, whatever you may need, grab that to support your elbows. We'll start with our elbows directly underneath our shoulders, right here. From here, I'm going to have my legs all the way out straight, and I want to make sure that my hips are the same height as my back and that I have my hip tuck. If not, my hips are going to be too high, they're going to be too low, or they're going to be just the right height, but I don't have that stability through my abs in this position. So I have to make sure that I pull away from the ground, keep my belly button up, and tuck my hips. And then I'm gonna hold. Breathing in and out through my nose, and I feel my abs working really well there. To use this exercise to help improve the strength for the muscles that help support that lower back, you're gonna do it 3 times a day for 30 seconds, every day. Our next exercise is our side plank. This is a full side plank, no modifications. So before you get to this, make sure that you can feel that lower ab in our modified side plank. This way you know you can create that stability to help lift the hips off of the ground. We're gonna start on our elbow, so if you need a pad, a pillow, a blanket, whatever you may need to support that elbow, make sure you have that available. We're gonna start elbow underneath the shoulder. That means directly underneath, not too far out, not too far in, just right underneath. The hips are gonna be not up high, but long in this position, so I'll have both of my legs out straight. And there's 2 ways you can position your feet. Whichever one is most comfortable is the one that you should do. You can stack your feet on top of each other, which is what I prefer when I'm wearing shoes, or you can stagger your feet 1 foot in front of the other, which is what I prefer when I'm not wearing shoes. So I'm gonna go stacked feet, elbow under shoulder, and I'm going to lift my hips up to the ceiling while reaching my top hand as well. So I'll lift all the way up, and those strings from our modified side plank are back. So I have a string attached from my top hand, my shoulder, and my hip, and they're attached to the ceiling. So they're lifting my body up away from the ground and pulling tight. And if I do this exercise properly while stabilizing through my abs, I'll feel my lower oblique, that side ab, as I lift up and hold. To use this exercise to help improve the strength through the muscles that support the lower back, you should do it 3 times for 30 seconds on each side every day. Thanks for watching our video on how to improve the strength for the surrounding muscles that support your lower back. If you have any questions, please reach out to any of your providers, and you can always find more information or more exercises like this in our free online fitness classes at crossoverhealth.com/fitness. Thanks for watching.